When President Biden said state leaders were to blame for the delay in federal disaster relief in the aftermath of Hurricane Beryl, Governor Abbott lashed back. President Biden said he was unable to reach the governor or lieutenant governor. Governor Abbott's been in Asia for a planned business trip and responded to Fox's Rudy Koski.
Governor Greg Abbott is still out of the country on an economic development trip. He spoke to me Wednesday morning about the president's accusation and about what seems to be a reoccurring problem in Houston, keeping the lights on when a storm hits.
Well, it was shocking.
That assessment from Governor Greg Abbott is about this report published in the Houston Chronicle. In an interview with the paper, President Joe Biden claimed he had trouble contacting Abbott and other state leaders. That, according to Biden, delayed the release of federal hurricane aid to Texas. Governor Greg Abbott is on the other side of the globe on an economic development trip. In a broadcast exclusive from Japan, the governor spoke to me about the president's accusation.
I really know this, and that is that President Biden has actually called me multiple times after disasters calling to my same phone number every single time. Also, an aide who works under the president, the FEMA director, called me on that very same phone number. There has been no call from Joe Biden to that phone number at all during the entirety of this entire disaster, even though his assistants talked to me about this disaster on July the 5th.
Are you sure no one dropped the ball?
I think Acting Governor Dan Patrick has been doing a great job. For another, listen, I've talked to him every day. I know exactly what's going on.
The power crisis in Houston is another thing the governor said he's perplexed about. Officials with CenterPoint reportedly underestimated the impact from Hurricane Beryl, which left more than 2 million customers without electricity.
The big slip up here has been the lack of power. There are Texans still suffering as we're talking right now who are without power. So really what I'm doing to get to the bottom of this is I'm instructing the Public Utilities Commission to undertake a study about exactly why, not only in this instance, but on multiple occasions, Houston has been able to not have access to power. And so I want to find out, is it a structural issue? Is it a personnel issue? What is the cause of this? And make sure that the PUC gets information to the Texas legislature before the next session begins.
No regrets of not coming back, flying back?
So again, because I've been able to be fully engaged on a hands-on basis for many hours every single day, remaining in contact with Acting Governor Dan Patrick, remaining in contact with local officials who are facing the challenges that they are facing, and being able to get responses to the needs.
The governor will be back in Texas by the weekend. I'm Rudy Koski, Fox News.